Do any of you guys play Infinity Nikki? Or have you played it recently? I have a question. You still play daily? Yeah, I was just curious, like, no wrong answer. How do you feel about the game now? Are you, oh my gosh, you personally happy or unhappy with the game? No wrong answer. You don't just tell me, I just say what you feel. Because I'm asking because I'm working on a video. I started writing something today. And that's probably going to be my, like, last word on the state of the game. Haven't had any issues, but still sad to see the state of things. I'm almost ready to start. The game started overloading my computer a couple patches ago, so I barely played for a while, upgraded my RAM so it loads okay, but I missed out on being really in the game to have a full opinion. Yeah, I'm asking kind of for myself because of the social aspect and the business aspect. Like, I have so many conflicting feelings in my brain. I personally still enjoy playing, but I'm looking to not have any real issues. The pity does suck, but I'm kind of used to gacha being predatory. Yeah, I feel that. It's still a very special game to me. It makes me sad that most players still can't play. Yeah, I feel that. That's why I put out a video warning people about gacha games before the game came out. Because I was like, okay, there seems to be a lot of people who are interested in Infinity Nikki who have never played a gacha before. And that's like, first of all, I think you should know what you're getting into before you play. I think it's important that you know what you're getting into before you play, so that you can decide if you want to even dabble into that. Dying is too complicated. I get overwhelmed. Didn't like the story retcon. Love the game, but the gacha is so predatory, especially with the new pity system. I can't play the game anymore because my laptop is exploding. That was an expensive lesson that Genshin taught me. Yeah, I mean, like, every word I said in that video, like, people get addicted to gacha games and don't really even realize it's happening. It's easy to think it's a cutesy game isn't harmful, but a gacha is a gacha, and those are inherently predatory and after your money. Yeah. On the first day of the beta test, I actually didn't realize it was a gacha game, and I was somewhat disappointed to realize that it was. Because I didn't have any former knowledge of Infold. I think people can cope with the inherent predatory nature of gacha games when it's systematized, which is why people get mad about power creep, because it's like you're diminishing the value of something I purchased. If you got a 5-star character in like 1.3, they rarely can hold a candle to characters being released in like 5.3, you know? So that's why people hate power creep, because what people feel that is an abuse of a predatory system. So with this patch, the pity increase and the inconsistent release of the pity increase, the inconsistent free-to-play rewards, and the fact that the game is currently unstable, all of these things go from, yes, this is a predatory system, now they're abusing the system and not returning on their, like, they're not making good on their promises. And it's tough because there is no, like, real end game. It really is just cosmetics at the end of the day. Like, there's some exploration stuff, but the cosmetic component, that is the gameplay. Creating outfits, that is the gameplay. So you could argue, like, if they want to make 5-star outfits super expensive, like, yes, that's within their right to do. But is it fun? Is it like, I mean, we've been talking in the Discord, like, me and other content creators, and I like the fact that you can pull a Heartshine evolution before you pull the full outfit. That is crazy. That, to me, that is evidence of the lack of forethought put into the game, and it makes it feel like a true cash grab. Like, how have I pulled 180 times and I've gotten this first evolution of a dress, but I still have to pull at maximum 40 times before I get the full outfit? Can you explain that in Genshin terms? Yeah, so when you pull, well, I can't explain in Genshin terms, kind of. So with Infinity Nikki, when you pull an outfit, you can get evolutions, which are basically constellations, and it's different color palettes of the outfits. That's all it is. Different color palettes, maybe different patterns. So they don't have it doesn't work the same way as Genshin. You don't pull a character and then pull a second one. You pull the outfit one at a time, and the pity for each piece is 20, and you can get soft pity and you can get it early, of course. So on an 11 piece outfit, which is what we've had this patch, 11 pieces, 220 pulls to guarantee the full outfit. However, once you pull 180 times, you will get the first constellation of a character. So it's like you pull a C1 of a character without the C0. So the C1 is useless. It's like you get the little constellation juice and you don't have the character to use it on because you can't evolve an outfit until you have it completed. So how is that a good idea? That should not be a possibility. 180 pulls to get an unusable evolution is outrageous. It's outrageous. Oh, that fog gave me life. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I started talking and I stopped reading. I'm not in the middle, not totally unhappy, but not fully happy either. There are some things I really enjoy, but overall the state of the game and how the community feels about it is sad. Someone in Discord said that they were unable to open the game on PS5 and Info didn't offer any compensation. Yeah. Yep, I saw that. Log in on a different device. Someone said that it sounded like let them eat cake. Oh, sorry. Your device isn't high quality enough to open our game. Please open it on a better phone. We'll just get a better device. What a mess. Who approved that message? Oh, we're sorry that you can't log in. To compensate, we're going to give you a 980 diamond promise, but you have to log in every day to get it. Oh! Oh! I'm laughing, but it's not really funny. I feel like the immersion has been ruined. Yeah, I feel that. I didn't necessarily think that the story and dialogue were ever the strongest parts of the game, but the immersion and world building of it was great. Without that, I just don't really feel attached to the game, so I quickly lose interest. Yeah, it's funny, in their apology, in their statement, they said they didn't intend it to be a retcon, but whether it's like built into the narrative or not, the fact that it replaces the old intro, that is a retcon no matter how you slice it. Like I said in my video on my main channel, if they put this Sea of Stars as a like chapter in the story, it acts as a reset, which is what they called it, a time reset in the narrative, that the players can still experience the full narrative. But this is a replacement for the original narrative. So it's like a real world replacement, which equals a retcon. So we don't like it. None of us like it. None of us like it. I thought when I was like reading about it in the script for the live stream, I was like, oh, that's cool. The story reset. This is going to be like a really interesting chapter. And we're going to learn about, you know, the Nikki multiverse and what's different about this universe. Like there's going to be so much lore infused into this. Like this is going to be a really exciting quest. And then we got what we got. I've not read a single bit of dialogue past the Sea of Stars opening. The whole story seems pointless to me if they're just gonna retcon it in a few patches. It's funny, like, I don't think they'll ever do this again, but it's kind of too late now. Like, when I made my first video, I kind of was like, you know, they can fix this. They can undo this. They can undo the retcon. They can promise to not do 11-piece outfits again. They can increase maybe like the drop rate for, or what's it called? They can put the dye system in Stoneville, and then, but as the days have gone by and I've come to terms with reality, I'm like, can Infold restore trust with their players? I think it's possible. But it's going, at this point, with this much damage done, it's gonna take a long time. Like, it's gotten to the point where content creators who were very happy and making videos regularly feel like they cannot make videos without being harassed. So many players are having a horrible experience. Like, it feels weird to up, like, I mean, I haven't covered any of the bubble season stuff. I haven't even played it. I haven't streamed it since the second day, and I realized that the co-op system wasn't going to get fixed overnight. Like, when I started to realize the magnitude, like, I haven't streamed it, and I haven't made any videos, and I had a list of content planned for 1.5. So, yeah, anyway, I'm working on a second video, but I want it to be really, like, thought out and clear. But yeah, I think I've come to terms with reality. Like, this isn't a nightmare that we're gonna wake up from, and the damage done is not one that can be undone. It can be, things can improve in the future, but what's done cannot be undone. Generational fumble. I know. And they poured so much money into marketing. I don't know any of the specifics, of course, but I do know that I saw every day I saw someone getting sponsored to play Infinity Nikki. Like VTubers and big streamers covering the game. And they paid for the New York thing, and they did an English special program for the first time. You know, they paid to have a content creator flown out to be a part of it. Like, there was so much hope and excitement and enthusiasm, and the community was over the moon excited for 1.5. I was over the moon excited about 1.5, and then it just all fell apart so fast. Guys, don't fight. Oh, don't fight near my feet. Murdy, hey, don't do that. He's chasing Peepa. It's so sad. It sucks so bad. So yeah, I want to make a video, and it's kind of gonna be like an open letter to Infold, just kind of detailing. It's gonna be a narrative. Like, here's how things started. Here's how beautiful and promising this game was, and these are the reasons why, and that's what's making all of this so painful. So, but yeah, I want to make sure that I word it right. So if you want the full details, if you want to get caught up, there's a few really good videos. Well, there's a lot, but if you look up Sorrousness, I'll just actually send them in chat. Sorrousness. There's two. This is the most recent one. This is a really good summary of like what has gone down, if you want the full scoop. But yeah, listen, I had a lot to say, and I have been gassing up Infinity Nikki from the beginning, and I think I just need to make sure that if I talked about it when things were good, I think I should talk about it when things are bad too, and I guess do what I can to, like, not necessarily speak for the players, but kind of inadvertently speak for the players, but speak truly from my own heart, and hopefully that will help the overall fight to, like, save the game that we love. But yeah, it's gonna take a bit, at least a couple more days for me to write it all out and actually create the video. But yeah, Infold soiled their fan base in ways that I've never seen before. I have never seen this before either. In my time covering and playing gacha games, I have never seen a community experience such scorn in an environment that was so positive and happy. Like, you know, I've been playing Genshin, so trust me, I've seen and experienced my own share of backlash toward the game. Huge controversies with Genshin Impact. But that, in most of the time, it's a section of the player base that's mad about something, right? In this situation, aside from the people who aren't active on social media, I don't actually have any numbers to back this up. So I'll just say, publicly, people who are engaged socially with the game, it's an overwhelming majority of people who are upset. You all look no further than the Steam reviews. I think it's rated like a 1.4 on Google with the Play Store. It's mostly negative reviewed on Steam. Like, this is a stain on the game forever. So, like, how did something so good become so bad? And I think it's partially because the existence of the game is so meaningful, because it's different than, like, it's high quality, but just so many things just broke down completely, and the players feel, rightfully so, that they're being preyed upon. I've never seen a community so unanimous. At least they brought people together. Yeah, I would say most of it's been, like, collective effort. There has been a lot of infighting though, but it's partially because Infold was silent for so long that it's just like people just started rioting. Yeah, this is permanent damage for Infold. Apparently this isn't the first time something like this has happened. It's just the first time that it's been so publicized, because Infinity Nikki is such a unique game with such a passionate community. So yeah, anyway, I'll stop there for now because I want to organize my thoughts. But yeah, it's interesting hearing about gacha games as someone who doesn't play them. Congratulations, like, you've saved yourself so much conflict and chaos. And money, probably. It sucks because this was for the girlies. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Having an innately feminine game that does not have any sort of like gooner bait or any really like fan service. Like I saw a joke. Someone said like the fan service in Infinity Nikki is the glitter. So having that is so meaningful. So to see it go down is extra devastating for anyone who appreciates the femininity of Infinity Nikki, which is a wide variety of people. I'm laughing, but I'm crying. My daughter loved Infinity Nikki, but even this patch soured her? No way. That's crazy. Yeah, we're coping. We're coping big time. I have hope for the long-term future of the game, but my hope in the immediate is pretty much gone. And this is probably the last time I put any hope in a gacha game. Not any real hope, I guess. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I really believed it would be different. Trusting a gacha game? Egg on my face. Alright, let's fight these stupid squids.